AI is evolving faster than our power grid can handle, and big tech is running out of options to keep the lights on. To fuel the generative AI revolution, companies are turning to the only carbon-free solution capable of massive scale: nuclear energy. These three specific stocks are positioned to dominate the uranium supply and modular reactor market. This is the AI nuclear supercycle. The year is 2026, and the rollout of GPT-6 and competitive large language models has pushed data center power consumption to a staggering 10% of the US grid. Solar and wind are vital, but they fail to provide the 24/7 baseload reliability required by trillion-dollar AI factories that never sleep. This has forced a massive pivot. Tech giants are now looking at nuclear power as the final defense against frequent brownouts and stalling compute growth. Traditional grid modernization is bogged down by decades of bureaucracy and permitting delays, leaving big tech with no time to wait for the wires to catch up. We're seeing a transition from traditional large-scale plants to small modular reactors, or SMRs, that can be built directly next to data center hubs. Unlike traditional reactors that take decades to permit and build, SMRs are factory fabricated and can be deployed in a fraction of the time. Regulatory breakthroughs in 2025 have fast-tracked SMR deployment to meet urgent energy deficits that renewables simply can't fill. Big tech companies are now signing 20-year power purchase agreements specifically for nuclear-backed sovereign AI clouds. We are seeing the birth of AI power hubs in regions where existing nuclear capacity or fast-tracked SMR permits are creating an unfair advantage for local data centers. Enter our first major player, Oklo Inc. They are a leader in compact fission technology and have already secured direct partnerships with major hyperscalers. Their unique power-as-a-service model removes the massive upfront capital burden for tech companies, making adoption seamless. Oklo's fast fission technology is a game changer because it can actually run on recycled nuclear waste, turning a long-term liability into a multi-decade fuel source. With their first wave of commercial microreactors going live across the Midwestern tech corridor, projected revenue growth is reaching historic levels. But reactors need fuel. That brings us to Cameco, the critical gatekeeper of the Western world's enriched uranium supply. A massive supply-demand gap has been created by the 2026 ban on Russian uranium, which has reached a fever pitch in the global markets. The real bottleneck isn't just the raw ore. It's the enrichment capacity required for the high-assay, low-enriched uranium, or HALEU, that these new reactors demand. Cameco acts as a leverage play on the entire nuclear sector. Regardless of which reactor technology wins, they all need Cameco's fuel. Finally, we look at the grid integration powerhouse, Constellation Energy. They own the largest fleet of existing carbon-free nuclear plants in the nation. Their co-location deals allow data centers to plug in directly to the source, bypassing the congested and aging national grid entirely. Constellation's fleet operates at a 95% capacity factor, meaning they provide steady, unwavering power when the sun isn't shining and the wind isn't blowing. This direct-to-source model provides the ultimate competitive advantage in the race for AI dominance. No more waiting for grid upgrades. So, what's the strategic play? By balancing these three stocks, investors can capture the full scope of the AI nuclear supercycle. This synergy between carbon-free nuclear energy and high-performance computing is the foundation of the next industrial revolution. The public and political tide has turned. Nuclear is no longer seen through the lens of the past, but as the essential backbone of a carbon-free, high-compute future. From the micro-reactors of Oklo to the fuel of Cameco and the massive fleet of Constellation, these are the engines of the next decade of Silicon Valley growth. The AI revolution won't be powered by algorithms alone, it will be powered by the atom. Make sure your portfolio is ready.